then to the stunning vistas of the Alsace countryside. After the second day's opening stage, Loeb has extended his lead over Latvala to 15 seconds, with Hirvonen third, now 19.3 seconds further back. It's straight into the first running, though, of the Pies Ormond stage, and the longest of the weekend. It's a monster 43 kilometres, Jules.
That's it, Loeb into the stage. So it's looking dry there, but under the trees there may still be some little damp patches. So what, loads of hairpins. You've got to get it, every one right. Look, a little bit messy for him round there.
Wasn't the kind of tidy, neat, precise Loeb that we're used to.
But this is, look at the speed down here.
It's phenomenal commitment. Downhill, Julian, a little bit damp. Between the trees, narrow. That's the difference between Loeb and everyone else, isn't it?
And this man's trying to catch him. I don't envy him at all.
Yeah, decent first stage in the morning for Latvala. Hasn't let Loeb get too much further in front of him, but he needs to make a bit of an impact now, Jules.
That's it, man, into the trees, going into the trees.
Not the sort of impact he really wanted to make.
No, we were saying about wanting to make an impact. That is not what he wanted. Just run wide on the loose, on the gravel from the cuts.
No doubt.
Hirvonen, though, could benefit from that. Remember, Latvala's going to have dropped 10-15 seconds there.
Do you know, that's the same corner we saw Loeb on just a few seconds ago. A lot tidier from Mikko Hirvonen.
I'll let you tell, Sebastian. But let's watch the commitment down here. We watch Loeb down here. Just look at it. Hirvonen not quite as brave in that kink.
You could see he was just a little bit nervous. The car twitching a bit just as he went underneath the tree there. That really is the difference on the downhill sections.
Jarru 4 oikee, jarru 3 lyhyt, vasen yli nypyn. Jatkuu vasen hidas risteys. Takaviisto.
On fait très vite avec Jari-Matti. Jari-Matti, what happened for you? A spin, you lost time?
Yeah, I went in the beginning of the stage in the narrow part. It was I thought coming from the open area was dry, and then it was suddenly wet in the forest, and I locked the brake and no chance to get it braking. So I went wide on the corner. I hit the bank and landed on the side.
Certainly a very animated Jari-Matti there, Jules. He was certainly very lucky. That could have been a lot worse for him.
It could have been a lot worse for him. Thierry Neuville, obviously, with Petter disappearing. Everyone behind him is elevated. Neuville on an absolute charge now. He's wanting fourth place off Sordo.
What a beautiful section of road this is. Look how flat, wide, smooth it is. Absolutely suiting Thierry Neuville. He has shown some pace this weekend.
He has, but look at the difference between under the trees and out here. Incredible.
The tyre choice wasn't an issue this morning. It was yesterday morning on the first morning. It wasn't this morning. All the drivers going out with the hard compound tyres. A little bit damp, a little bit humid in places. Well, there we go at the end of stage 10. Loeb's lead over Latvala extended to 33.2 seconds. Hirvonen just under 11 seconds behind Latvala in third place. On we go then, Julian, to stage 11.
Well, that error by Jari-Matti has really eased the pressure on Sebastian Loeb. You don't give him 30 seconds anywhere, particularly on tarmac, and now he can just take it easy. Chicane there to just slow the cars down, average speeds and things like that.
But Jules, we've talked about this before, haven't we? You know, all the other drivers chasing Sebastian Loeb really are on the limit, and they make mistakes. That's why Loeb makes it look so easy. He gets through without mistakes, they make the mistakes chasing him.
Well, that was it. What did you say yesterday? You felt maybe Jari was slightly out of his comfort zone. I disagreed. He was this morning. But I tell you what, he bounces back so fast. He's incredibly quick here. He's not let that setback. In the past, Jari-Matti would worry for the next 2 or 3 stages. Back on the pace, right at the front.
Well, this one of the fastest, if not the fastest stage of the rally. It's like a racetrack up here. Jari-Matti's average speed through this stage in excess of 128 kilometres an hour. So Danny Sordo back down in the stage, Jules, on the faster sections. We see these hay bales put out just to slow the cars down. Sordo seems like a frustrated man out there.
That's it, you've got 3 seconds over him and Neuville. I tell you what, they've got to push like mad. Danny, he had his brake problems yesterday. I don't know, is he going to push that hard to hold on to it, or is he going to have problems? I'm not sure. But Danny, as you said, he's never really been 100% happy. He never seemed to be at the end of stages anyway. He asked me yesterday, when I said, what's the problem? He goes, I don't know, you tell me.
Yeah, struggling to work out whether it's the car, the stages, the notes, whether it's Danny himself, whether it's a combination of all of those things, but he's really not on it at all. Thierry Neuville, though, he is a man that is on it in a battle with Mads Østberg in this stage. Julian, 2 youngsters doing a great job.
That's it, and just watch this for car control.
Oh, that's reminiscent of the great old days, Jules, isn't it? Nose in, back end out.
A bit like PlayStation rallying that was, wasn't it?
Fantastic stuff. Only losing maybe a handful of seconds there, but bang on again. Look at Neuville. Look at the concentration and focus on his face.
Well, he's got about 11:25.4 to get ahead. He's up. He's taken 3/10. Terry's up to 4th by 3/10 of a second.
Stage 12 though, Jules, the next stage cancelled. Too many spectators out there, great spectator numbers, but we don't want to see that. For a minute there I thought, why is Loeb going so slowly? You're nudging me, the stage was cancelled. The drivers driving through with their helmets off as a road section. So after the eventful morning loop then, Loeb's lead is now exactly 30 seconds. Further back though, there's frustration for Neuville. He's received a 20-second penalty for arriving 2 minutes late into stage 11. That drops him back to 6th place, elevating Mads Østberg to 5th. Afternoon's loop then, Julian, back into stages 13 and 14.
4 stages this morning, Colin, in a loop. We're still in the morning. Come on, it's been a long day. Latvala back on it. Loeb is still trying to pull away from everybody and doing that successfully.
Jules, you're wrong there. We are in the afternoon now, but here we go, Sebastian Loeb. There's the corner that Peter Solberg went off on earlier on. Loeb negotiating it beautifully.
You are right, we are in the afternoon. What did I go wrong there? Anyway, Latvala.
Latvala's got a battle on his hands, hasn't he? He really does. Mikko Harvinen looking good today, keeping the pressure on Latvala. Harvinen wants that 2nd place. Let's watch Jari-Matti Latvala under the trees towards the end of the stage. It's narrow, it's bumpy, it's messy, but Latvala showing the improvements that we've seen from him over the last couple of rallies.
3 seconds quicker than Loeb in there.
Fantastic stuff. Danny Sordo still, I mean, the car looks great, sounds great, but just not there, just losing 1/10 of a second here and there. Quite a long way off the pace at times.
That's it, and Mads Østberg really starting to hound him down, that is for sure.
We really do have a battle on now with Sordo, Østberg, Thierry Neuville dropping down a bit with that 20-second penalty, but the battle for 4th place very much on between these 3 drivers.
And Danny slower in stage 13 than Mads. But here's to Thierry Neuville, obviously the 3rd man in that battle for 4th place. As you said, that time penalty, he's going to have to drive even faster than what he was to try and get it back.
Impressive from Thierry Neuville in that he didn't respond badly to that penalty, Julian. Oh, gee, having said that, a moment for Thierry Neuville.
There's been a couple of them, hasn't there?
There have been a couple of those over the course of the weekend, but he's kept reasonably calm, Thierry Neuville, and that's a good in Belgium. Now, Mads Østberg, well, maybe not quite so happy this afternoon. He knows he's in a battle with Sordo and similar place, similar sort of thing, just running wide on it.
Very lucky there, really lucky. I mean, Mads has been, he's been very, very impressive this weekend. He's been setting times quicker than Neuville. He's in 4th. He gets to 4th at this stage. What a time, even though he had that mistake.
Impressive stuff, as you say, from young Mads Østberg.
Great stage time, up to 4th now.
Yeah, it was quite good stage time, but it could have been a lot better. We went off in a hairpin and out in the ditch, so we lost quite a lot, but shit happens. I'm pushing really hard. We are running...
We're lucky that the wheel is still on.
Yeah, we are.
I think we're lucky that the wheel is still on the right rear.
Well, here we go, Evgeny Novikov. I have to say, he's had an excellent day out there. A bit of air, that's what we expect from Evgeny Novikov. Setting some cracking times. We've definitely seen a step up in Novikov's performance.
Just watch this, he's so lucky here. So lucky.
Still the odd mistake. Consider, where is he going, Julie? Is he on the right?
Yeah, he's back on the right. It was a hairpin left. He just was a bit late on the brakes. I'll tell you what, no wonder they were a little bit confused where they were.
So with 2 more stages to come then on day 2, this is how the leaderboard looks. Latvala has trimmed the gap to the leader to within half a minute. Hirvonen still 3rd, but that fight for 4th is the one to watch. Østberg has passed Sordo and Neuville striving to get back involved. Into the last 2 stages of the day then. Julian, stage 15 and 16. Mikko Harvinen, we touched on it earlier on. A good, consistent day from him today. Really good pace, keeping the pressure on Jari-Matti Latvala.
Well, I think without Latvala's mistake, he wouldn't have been there. But I tell you what, since Jari made that mistake, Mikko Hirvonen has been mighty, mighty impressive today. He really has. Let's just try and watch his line, because we will get some in-car of low. But let's just try and compare the two, because I suspect that all the drivers at the end of a rally, they'll watch these videos and try, because they can't get hold of each other's onboard. They will try and watch this footage from the helicopter. They can see the racing lines each of them are taking.
Well, when the road's as wide as this, Julian, we do see different lines, even from the top drivers.
Yeah, the right one normally is the one Loeb's on, isn't it?
Well, for sure, it's proven to be the fastest over the years, but Mikko Hirvonen certainly adapting to this DS3, different sort of car to drive from the Fiesta, and you know, he was a little bit sluggish in Germany, but Hirvonen doing the job again. Not, yeah, okay, fair enough, he was sluggish in Germany, but he does what he's been paid to do by the team. He keeps the car on the road, does a great job.
Mikko, at the end of day one, I said to Jari Matti that was probably his best day on tarmac. Day two in France has probably been your best day on tarmac.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a good day. One bad stage, but otherwise, pace has been quite good, and feel even better and better with the car. I still don't have to, risk it so much. So it's been all right.
Something we didn't mention, Julian, but I think it was quite obvious in that interview. Struggling with a cold all weekend, Mikko Hirvonen, and that's never easy when you're fighting at the very highest level in the sport.
I think it seemed to be worse today that he's cold. But tell you what, the fight he's in with this guy kind of takes away all that. The adrenaline comes in. Tell you what, Jari Matti's been full of adrenaline since this rally started.
He really has, Jules, but that off that he had on the first running of the long stage really knocked the sail from his, knocked the wind even from his sails. You know, he was right there keeping the pressure on Sebastian Loeb. He was very, very fortunate with that off.
Yeah, but what has impressed me is his mental strength in the last few months. He makes a mistake, he used to go to pieces for the rest of the day. Now he was faster to get on the following stage having made that mistake. So mentally he's much stronger. I tell you what, he's going to be a danger next year when Loeb's not around all the time. He really is.
Do you think, we've said it many times, do you think he really has turned a corner now, Jari-Matti Latvala, after that win in GB?
Half a corner.
Okay, so he's part way around the hairpin.
He's part way around the hairpin for me. He is blindingly fast. He's making less mistakes, but still is making mistakes. So is he going to, next year without Loeb around, he might not have to drive as crazily fast.
Very good point, Julian. Let's hear from Latvala at the end of the day, finishing in second.
No, we won't, because he didn't speak to me all afternoon.
He didn't, did he?
No, he ignored me all afternoon. I've since rectified it with him. This man spoke to us anyway.
He certainly did. Sebastian Loeb, listen, he didn't have anything really to worry about today, particularly after Latvala had his problems. Sebastian Loeb just goes about it in the way that we expect him to go about it. Neat, tidy, precise, remarkably quick, no mistakes.
I don't think I can add anything to that.
Well, we can talk about the crowds in the countryside, Jules.
If we want to talk about the crowds, this is just incredible, the amount of people that have been out on the road sections and the stages.
And in some ways, that's the biggest pressure on Loeb this weekend. The fact that he has to deal with monster crowds, huge attention everywhere he goes, but it's a measure and a mark of the man that he still keeps his focus and his concentration. The helmet goes on, the lights go out, he's into the stage, and there's nothing else really that he's thinking about.
You watch him, he's so neat and tidy, he makes no mistakes. You say, he is, I would say 95% of those crowds that are out there are for him, and it is absolutely fantastic that a country gets behind someone so massively.
Well, I think that's on the conservative side. I'd say 98, 99% of the crowds are for Loeb.
Sebastian, end of day two in Rally France. It's been another comfortable day for you.
Yes, that's been a good day. We increased our lead to 30 seconds approximately, so it's better than in the morning. Tomorrow it's another day to do, but I wanted to keep this good lead today, so I pushed all the afternoon because tomorrow we don't know how will be the condition. Maybe it can be raining, and so it can be very tricky.
Can you start to think about that 9th world title?
Yeah, for sure. It's a long time I think about, but now we have to concentrate tomorrow again and a good position.
Well, it's the end of day two then, and Sebastian Loeb's lead over Jari-Matti is an impressive 29.7 seconds. Mikko Hirvonen is in third, Usberg in fourth, Sordo in fifth, and Neuville in sixth. That could be the battle to watch tomorrow. So Sebastian Loeb moves ever closer to claiming a remarkable 9th world title on home soil. Join us tomorrow then for all of the final day's action on the Rally de France Alsace.
Share all the excitement of the WRC with Total Quartz lubricants.